guys, in this video we'll be talking about account creation. So in the previous videos I showed you the requirements necessary for creating an Upwork account, but in this video I'm going to show you how you can create an Upwork account yourself. Now let's quickly head to my screen so that you can see the step-by-step procedures required to create an Upwork account. So now you can actually see my screen. Now the first thing you want to do before creating an Upwork account is to ensure that you create a designated email that will take care of everything that has to do with Upwork. So I would advise you just create a new Gmail for that purpose. So if you have a Gmail account you are probably not using for any other stuff, you can actually use it for your Upwork account creation. So let's go straight to my screen. Now on my screen you can see I have created a fresh Gmail account for the purpose of creating a new Upwork account. So I oblige that you do the same. Now let's go straight to upwork.com. You are going to visit upwork.com as you can see on my screen. I'll quickly wait for that to load up. And like I told you before in the previous videos, that you must ensure that all of the details you'll be providing Upwork are all genuine details, because Upwork will require that you verify them after some time. So now we have our Upwork open on our PC. What you want to do is to click on sign up. Just click on sign up, and then you have two options here on your screen. You can see join as a client, you can see or join as a freelancer. For this purpose we are joining Upwork as freelancer, so we are going to go for the I am a freelancer looking for work option. So click on this and then you click on this button here that says apply as a freelancer. Now once you do that, it's going to show this pop-up you have here on the screen, which is saying sign up to find the work that you love. So Upwork just requires that we should fill in all of these details. Now like I said, I advise that you fill in your genuine details, because Upwork will require that you verify these details later on. So now I'm just going to quickly fill this in. So for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to use dummy details. So these are not real details, just to show you how it is done. So let me just pick a name. Let's say John. Last name, let us say Adewale. And then the email, I'm going to use the new email which I created for the purpose of this tutorial. So I'm just going to fill in the email here, which is Upwork test453@gmail.com, and then we can just use any password. So I'm just going to fill in a password there, and then please in the previous video I also talked about your location. Ensure that you select the right location. By default it will be showing your current location. Please leave the current location as it is on your screen. So the current location here is Nigeria, and I'm going to leave the location as Nigeria. So it's going to say send me emails with tips on how to find talent that fits my need. Please leave this one marked. You also mark the next one, and then you click on create my account. Now it's going to tell you that we noticed you are using a Gmail address. Would you like to use your work email instead? Just ignore that. If you don't, I presume that lots of people don't have work emails, so it's only normal for you to use your Gmail for the purpose of creating your Upwork account. So you can just go ahead and say create my account. You click on it again, and they will quickly wait for this to open. Now the beauty about this is Upwork is not going to require that you verify your accounts immediately. So sometimes it can be 2 days after, 3 days after, even 7 days after. But please, the moment you decide you want to create an Upwork account, please have all of your details ready and ensure that they are all genuine. Now let's head back to our screen. You can see that we now have verify email to proceed. Now when you have done all of this, Upwork is going to send you a link which will help you verify your Upwork account. So we are quickly going to go back to the Gmail. Let me reload this. So we'll see if Upwork has sent the email. Now if you don't find it in your normal email, please do well to check your spam folder. Sometimes it can go there, Okay, I just received it. As you can see now, it says verify your email address. So we'll just click on this, and then you click on the verify email button. Now, immediately you do this, you can see on our screen it's saying verifying your email. Let's quickly wait for this to complete. Now you can see, congratulations, your account is verified, but it doesn't mean that you are done with the whole process. We are still creating the Upwork account. So just wait for this to quickly load up. What's going on here? Okay. Now at this point, Upwork is going to ask you for more details. Now all of these things they're asking you, please ensure that you fill them. It's actually going to help Upwork to find the best job that are suited for the skills that you are listing on Upwork. So here they said, answer a few questions and start building your profile, apply for open roles, or list services for clients to buy, get paid safely, and know we are here to help. So what you want to do is just click on get started. Now, Upwork will give you three options here. The first option here is, nope, it's new to me. The second option is, have tried but still might need tips. The third option is, yep, I've freelanced for years. Now, even if you have been freelancing for a long time and all of that, as long as you're new to the Upwork platform, I'd advise that you choose the first option, which says, nope, it is new to me. This way, Upwork will help you in so many ways. They don't assume that you already know lots of things when it comes to freelancing. So we're going to use the nope, which is the first option there. And then the next question here, they're asking you, what's your biggest goal for freelancing? Now, there are lots of options here. The first one is to earn my main income. The second is, now see, you can use any of these options. Okay, I'm just going to pick any of these options, or you can easily skip it. It doesn't matter. So just click on skip for now. And then on the next place, they're asking you, how would you like to work? We can also skip this now. But before I skip this, I want you to look at this. Now, there are three options which Upwork is giving to us here. The first one says, I like to find opportunities myself. The second one says, I like to package up my work for clients to buy. And then the third one says, I like Upwork to act as a recruiter. Now, please understand that if you should pick any of these options you are seeing on the screen, it doesn't mean that these are the only options that your account will be created for. However you create your accounts, all of these options will still be open to you. So we are just going to click on skip for now. And then wait for Upwork to take us to the next place. Now, there are three options here again for us to continue our account creation. Now, the first one says import from LinkedIn. I'm going to explain that. The second one says upload your resume. The third one says fill out manually. Now, when the import from LinkedIn option actually works best if you already have a career or a brand built on LinkedIn. So for example, you're a graphic designer and you have a solid LinkedIn profile that shows your graphics work and the people you've worked for, endorsements and all of that. You can just say import from LinkedIn. It's going to import all of your skills and all the listed employments you have on Upwork, on LinkedIn, and then bring them to Upwork for you. But if you don't have that, the best option you want to do is fill out manually. Now, this fill out manually option is the option I would actually recommend for anyone who wants to join Upwork for the first time. So we'll go with this option, fill out manually. And then at this point, now I need to add quickly, when you're creating the Upwork accounts, please try as much as possible to read everything that Upwork shows you on every page they take you to while you are creating the accounts. For this one, they said, now add a title to tell the world what you do. Now they go ahead to explain that it's the very first things that clients would see. So make it count, stand out by describing your expertise in your own words. So for this case, I'm just going to say a web developer, or we can use the option which Upwork gives us here. We can just say full stack developer. And then we can go ahead to add, let's just say web design. Now, these are all dummy details. We'll get to the section where I'll show you how you can fill these things to actually optimize your account. We'll get to that section, but for this, we are just dealing with your account creation. So after filling this in, the next thing we'll do is click on next, add your experience. Now you can see they're asking you, it said if you have relevant work experience, add it here. Now relevant work experience simply means that you've done work for you've worked on other jobs before, you have a portfolio and all of those things, and you've gathered some experience working using that particular skill which you want to sell on Upwork. This is where you add such experience. It's very easy to this way you add such experience. But for this, I'm just going to skip here. Now I want to click on now add your education. Just say nothing to add here, and then we click now add your education. Now for the education, I'd advise that you please fill this. This is not difficult to do. So wherever it is you have schooled, if you have a BSc or whatever it is you have in a university, a college, whatever degree you have, please try as much as possible to fill it here. I'm just going to fill in a dummy, certificate here so you can see how it works exactly. So we'll click on add education. And then let's just pick any school here. So I'm just going to pick Delta State in my location here. Delta State University. So while you're typing out the name of the university you attended or college, whatever it is, Upwork is going to give you suggestions like you can see right now on the screen. So I'm just going to pick the second one. And then I can type in my degree here. Let me just say Bachelor of Science. Now Upwork is also going to give you several options to also choose from. So I'm just going to say Bachelor of Science, which is what you have here. You can see it here, Bachelor of Science. And then it's going to ask you your field of study. So just fill in anything here. Just fill in anything. And then it's going to ask you the date you attended. So the start date and then the end date for the particular certificate or education history you're trying to add to your profile. So I'm just going to pick any here. I'm just going to say from 2009 to, let's say it's a 4-year course. Let's just say 2013, which is a 4-year course. So here you can just say Bachelor of Science in whatever it is. Let's say physics. You can decide to write the honors in brackets. So you can say second class upper division. So it doesn't mean that Upwork is going to give special effect to your account because of this. No, this is actually going to help you when clients approach you. It's just to help them see your qualification and then see a little bit about your background before you engage them in any form of conversation or negotiation. So that's why you do all of this. So we're going to click on save. And then at this point, we are not done. Okay. Here it shows you next languages. So click on the next languages. Sorry. Now, by default, if you are from an English-speaking country, it's going to show you English here by default. So it's going to ask you for your proficiency. Now, I'm going to explain this proficiency to you quickly. Now, you have basic, conversational, fluent, or native or bilingual. Now, if you're from Nigeria, Nigerians are good English-speaking people. So it's either you use fluent or you use native. But then if you are from a country that English is not your first or your native language, you can use conversational as long as you can write and speak in English. So for this purpose, we'll just say native or bilingual. Or you can also use fluent, but then I prefer use native or bilingual. So click on this and then now you can see this add a language option here. So if you know how to, you are proficient in other languages like French or Hausa or Hebrew, whatever languages you also understand or you are proficient in, you can use the add a language feature here. Now, when you click on that, just like I've done, you're going to see where you select the language which you're proficient in, and then you're going to select the level of proficiency for that particular language. But we are not going to do any of that now. English is just good. So now click on delete. And then you cannot come here and say, now share your skills. Now, after that, they are going to ask you to type in the skills that it is that you have. Now you can see that it's showing a maximum of 15 skills. Now, but something you should understand is that it does not necessarily mean that you should have 15 skills. No, there is a way around this, okay? So if you are a full stack developer, it's expected that you should know some, let's say HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and a lot of other things. So you can just list all of them here. So, but for the case of this, I'm just going to list random skills. When we'll get to the account optimization part, I'm going to show you exactly how you fill all of these things. So I'm just going to fill in dummy skills here so that we can move on. Now it is advisable that you fill in the 15, but then I'm just going to fill in, let's say 5 or 4 here so we can continue. But we'll get to the point where we optimize our accounts. I'll show you what to do when you want to optimize using these skills. Now, they showed us suggested skills here. You can just click on, let's say, web application. Here, I can say HTML. I can say HTML newsletter. You can see lots of options being given to us here. I can say JavaScript. You see, JavaScript here. I can say Solidity. It's just anything. These are just dummy skills I'm using to fill up this place. So we can just continue like this. And then when you're done with filling your skills here, you come to now write your bio. Now, the beauty about Upwork is that wherever point we get to on our account creation, Upwork will actually explain to you what they require from you. They will even give you samples. Now, you can see on the screen now, we are at the point where we need to write a bio. Now, this bio is the first interaction most clients get with you, even without communicating with you. So where they can read your bio and tell a little bit about your background and the level of skills and the services that you are saying you want to offer to them. So now you can see what Upwork did here. At the side here, you can see that they gave us an example that says, I'm a developer with experience in building websites and all of that. This is just like a sample Upwork is giving to us to use in modeling our own bio. Now, please, even if you are a developer, please do not copy what it is Upwork has written here. But for the course of this tutorial, I'm just going to quickly show you, I'm just going to quickly copy this and use this so we can move on. Now, just take this, copy this. Like I said, do not copy this. This is just for, this is just to show you how it works. Now, we can now click on choose your area of work. Now, at this point, they're asking what are the main services you offer. So we are going to click on search for a service. Now you are going to check for the category where your skill falls into. So this is let's say this is a developer's account. So we are going to come to web, mobile and software development, and then we can pick any of the options that we have here. So let's just say other software developments. Let's also pick, let's say, we can just pick anything, desktop application development. And then when we are done now, for your own case, please don't just pick any random thing. Take time to go through all of those categories that are being listed. Let me show you again. You can see all these categories. Take your time, go through them to ensure that you find the exact category that matches your skill. Now, next, we want to select our rate. Now, this rate we're about to select is the rate that will always appear on your profile, but it doesn't mean that you cannot charge above the rate or you cannot charge below it. No, it just simply means that is like the flexible rate or the fixed rate that will always appear on your profile. So back to our screen again, you can now see they're asking us to select our rate. So I'm just going to put in a rate here of, let's say, $50. And then it's going to show you that Upwork charges you 20%. Now, I explained to you in previous videos that Upwork actually charges 20% for the first $500 you earn per client. After that, they'll reduce it to 10%. And when you earn more, they reduce it to 5%. So it's just going to show you that's why you have this. The Upwork service fee is 20%. You can see when you begin a contract with a new client, once you bill over $500 with that particular client, the fee becomes 10%. So that's why you have all of this. So it tells you that after every hour, you would gain $40 if a client actually hires you using this particular rate. Now, the next point they are saying is, lastly, photo and location. And I told you by default, Upwork is going to use your IP to fill in your location for you. Okay, if you say, okay, now Upwork, like you can see on the screen now. So now, like I told you before, when you are creating your Upwork account, Upwork is going to use your default location to tell where it is you are registering this account from. Now, please do not be tempted to say, okay, on the screen right now, I can see they are telling me Nigeria as country. I can actually change it to a different location. Maybe I just change it to United Kingdom. Yes, it's sweet. It's very good to do. But if you do that, Upwork will require that you verify you are actually in the location you have selected. So please leave the default location as it is. Now at this point, they are going to ask us to upload a photo. Now in the classes for the requirements, I told you that if you want to upload a photo, please use a good headshot. I'm going to show you an example of how a clean headshot you can use for Upwork looks like. Please don't go and bring the photos on Facebook where you are doing something else and put that on Upwork. Please, Upwork would not accept such profile photos. So let me just quickly upload a photo here for you to see. So they will ask you, they'll tell you select profile image. You are going to click on this button quickly. And then I'm just going to pull up the folder where I have some good photos saved. Now, please, these photos I'm using are just, for educational purposes. They're just dummy photos. Let me see where I did all of those. So like you can see, these are quality headshots, like this one, these are all quality headshots. So your headshot should look something like this. Now, I'm not saying you must put on a suit or something, no, but it should have a neutral background, and you should be looking, kind of corporate. That's what Upwork actually wants. So I'm just going to pick any of these photos here. Let me use this particular one. Let me see. Let me use this particular one if it will be accepted. Then we'll click on open and wait for it to load up like this. Now, if you have a small passport photograph like this, you would not necessarily need any adjustment whatsoever. But if you have a long photo, you can use these tools here to crop that. But we are not going to crop anything here. We'll just use it the way it is because it's actually a small passport photograph. And then we'll click on save. I will just wait if Upwork is going to. Perfect. Now that one has been accepted by Upwork. Now we are going to fill in the rest details. Now please ensure that you fill in the right details, because Upwork is going to ask you to verify the details you are submitting to them. Now the reason why they are doing this is to ensure that they have quality freelancers and they don't have people impersonating others on Upwork. So now we're just going to fill in our street address. I'm just going to use Lagos there. Fill all of it. Now, when you come to the city aspect, the moment you type in your city, it's going to give you a list. So I typed in Lagos here, and you can see the different lists here. So I have Lagos Island, so I can just pick Lagos Island. And then the zip code here, please, when you get to this point, ensure that you fill in the right zip code for your location. So the zip code here is 1000. I think that's the right one. And then the point here, it's going to ask you to fill in your mobile number. Now, as long as the right country is selected at this point, it's automatically going to detect that country when it comes to the part for your phone number and automatically fill in your country code for you. So that's why we have the Nigerian flag here and we have +234. So at this point, I'm going to fill in our phone number. So I'm just going to use a random phone number. Let me see, 5624. So we have 5624, okay. And then you click on check your profile. And then we'll quickly wait for that to load up. Perfect. Now you can see it's saying looking good, John. Make any edits you want, then submit your profile. You can make changes after it is live. Now, please ensure that at this point, your account is not live, because Upwork is still giving you the time to fill in the right details, make corrections when necessary, edit your bio if you want, change your profile picture if you want. They are giving you the time to do all of that now. And immediately we'll do this, we are going to click on the Submit Profile button. When we click on the Submit Profile button, Upwork would now review the accounts, and in most cases, they automatically verify the accounts. Okay, the accounts automatically go live. So this is just an opportunity again for you to go through all you have submitted to Upwork. You check the spellings of your name, your profile picture, the location, the languages, your hourly rates. Now, please ensure that you can change most of these details. Okay, you can change most of them, but the only one you cannot really change is your name. So ensure that your name is correctly spelled and all of that. Now just go down, you can see your skills, your work experience and all of this. Now please do not worry, we are going to fill in all of this when we get to the account optimization section, but this section is just to show you how you can create your Upwork account and then get it live. So quickly we'll click on Submit Profile and then we'll wait for Upwork to take our account live. So let's just wait. I think it will not take, to just take a few seconds. Now you can see it's telling us, nice work, John, your profile is ready. So if it's Ade that's creating his profile, it'll tell you, nice work, Ade, your profile is ready. So we can now click on View My Profile here, or we can click on Browse Jobs. Now you can see something also on the screen that says, sell your best work on Project Catalog. Yes, of course, there's something called Project Catalog on Upwork. We'll get to that point. I'll show you exactly what it means and how you can get a project catalog on your Upwork account. So at this point now, we'll just say View My Profile. You can use anyone. At this point, the Upwork account is completed. Now, when you view your profile, you are going to see a message here. Now, this message will appear on every account, even for accounts that have been on Upwork for a while. It even appears on my own personal account. It's telling you, effective immediately, Upwork has begun to cease operations in Russia and Belarus. Click see here for details. Now, when you see this message on your account, it is no error. It doesn't mean you've done something wrong. It's only simply, it's Upwork's way of saying they are in solidarity with Ukraine. You know, the whole Russia and Ukraine crisis. So that's why they are displaying this message here. So you can decide to take this off, but it would always appear in some cases. So now you have your profile well set. Your account has been created. So that's all you have to do to create your account. Now, please don't get worried. Okay. When we get to the account optimization section, I'm going to show you how you can optimize your account and ensure that your account is properly displayed. And when clients come to you, they would want to hire you. So that is all for our account creation. So I'll see you guys in the next video.